I hope this is the last day that I have to do this. I really hope I'm just ready to be done with it so I can turn it on. But we're going to start off with the valve covers. I'm going to go ahead and remove the old valve cover gasket because I got the new valve cover gaskets, and also on the bolts I got these new rubber pieces. So by the way, later on I'm going to post on the Corvette forum every single part that I used on here and a link to everything, so you guys will be able to follow along if you do want to get some of these parts that I got. Okay, so let's begin with this installation. So we're just going to grab a gasket for these indentations that I'm going to line up, and it just goes in pretty easily. All right, a little bit of a stretch here at the end. Spoke too soon. Everything just came out. All right, let's. Oh my God. I think almost. Yep. We're good. Well, we were good. Sure why it keeps wanting to pop up. I mean, it's a really tight fit. The bolts themselves, it looks like this thing can't come off, but you just pull it and it pops off. So let's get the new one on there. It's a lot tighter, which I guess is good. Let's see. Hope this thing doesn't rip. I'm going to go ahead and lubricate it ever so slightly before trying to force it on there. After a lot of wrestling and a little bit of WD-40, it went on there and it did not crack. Happy about that. Let's get the other ones. Get the same thing. Just comes right off. Apply just a little bit of WD-40 right there. And then really give it a good push it on. Okay, there that is. So that one's good. Let's keep going. All of them on here. It's a bit of a workout, but that's good. And let's remove this gasket now and wrestle with the other one to get it back in there properly. Gasket, it's seated in there, but I have a feeling once I flip it around, it's going to require some careful positioning. So let's continue working on these rubber gaskets that go around these bolts. So let's see if I got any better at this. There's nobody here besides me and you. Okay. I get it on there sideways, and then attempt to get the other one on, and that's it. All right, so one more down. There is a difference between the new ones and the old ones. The old ones are just basically flat like that, and the new ones have this kind of indentation. Okay, so I'm going to start with the more difficult one first. since this is sticking out ever so slightly.
How's it look? Mama, Baba, let's move.
Yep, that popped out.
Let's move, Baba.
Let the gasket pop out, of course. This thing just has to rest. It is not even wanting to rest.
This thing is breaking.
Try this again.
Try this again.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, that's it. Is this the 8? Finish. Finish.
That doesn't move. Should have grabbed the bolts initially.
I get cool. I get baby screwdriver.
I think that's it. Yep. Looks good. So I've tightened the valve cover down. Now it's just time to torque it down to 8 foot-pounds. And let's go ahead and just, well, I'll plug that in after I torque it down. So all 4 bolts have been torqued down to 8 foot-pounds. This pipe has to go underneath everything. And it just plugs in right there. There we go. I quadruple checked the gasket. I ended up removing it one more time and redoing it again off camera. But I hope it didn't move anywhere. When I looked at everything and my phone turned. So I'm taking pictures from the back side. I looked at the front side right here. It looks like it's on, but I guess time will tell. Okay, let's attempt the same process over here. This one is a lot more snug. I'll remove this for the time being. Lipstick tube, just anything and everything to get stuff out of my way. Very gently. Should that. And again, should have grabbed the bolts first. This side so far has been a lot easier. I guess I'll tell once I inspect the gasket over here too. Alright. So all these bolts have been torqued down. Now we just gotta grab this tube, slide it underneath the wires over here, and get it back into place, so like that. So this small tube is also part of this bigger tube that plugs into the throttle body. The other one goes from here. We're gonna have to plug in right there. At this point, valve covers have been installed. Check the gaskets on both. We're good to go. Now let's go get the coil, or the coils that go on top. So I'm going to start off with install the coil pack on the passenger side over here. Let's see if this is how it goes. Okay, that's it. Yep. Just clipped in there. Because on the driver's side, I was looking. And I am going to have to disconnect the alternator wire again, just because I can't reach a couple of the bolts. So I'm just going to hand tighten all the bolts, and then torque them down It says 106 inch-pounds, so I'm just gonna work them down until they feel snug. Tighten these bolts down. The last one over here, I decided not to even install, just because it makes for easier removal later on. And the coil pack doesn't really matter.
Another wheel.
Plug this back in. I already reattached reinserted the oil dipstick and the oil cap. Let's move on to the other side. Okay, let's continue on this side. I don't actually think I'll have to remove anything from the alternator. So that just slips in right there.
Sorry.
Move the wires around.
Got another one. I see what with this your mommy
See.
What are they doing? Look.
That looks like it's it. Let's grab a couple of the bolts, tighten them down.
It's Mario Kart. Was the trunk open?
Down. And now there's one more underneath here. I don't think it's even necessary to put back on, to tell you the truth. So this coil pack has been tightened down. Let's just plug that in, and coils are done. Now let's start working on the air tubes.
What is that?